chapter 6 we're going to play a full chord progression moving through different keys. So this is now the final challenge. This tune is actually a little bit of a bluesy tune. It has a bit of a bluesy feeling. And in fact the main structure of the main section is a 12 bar structure, a 12 bar form in 3 4-bar sections. So that's a bit like a blues form, but the chords are not the standard blues chords. In fact the chords are G7 or G13, then it moves to B flat 13 and to C and back to G, and then we have a B flat major and then D7 plus 9 going back to G. That's the main section. The middle section is E flat major with a B flat suspended chord, but the key is just E flat major. Now in this tune you can do different things. You can take, especially in the main section, you can take a very bluesy approach. So you can play on the main section just thinking about blues and G. You could even just play a pentatonic scale. That will work. But you can also take the more sophisticated approach and use the scales that actually match the chords. So for G7 that would be a G mixolydian, which happen to be the same notes as C major, but in this case we call it the G mixolydian mode. And then of course on the B flat chord you would play the B flat mixolydian scale. Same on the C chord, C mixolydian. So you can follow those chords more precisely and play the notes from those various scales, and in that way play a more sophisticated solo. Nevertheless, playing a G pentatonic type of scale or a G bluesy type of solo also works on this chord progression. So in fact you can do a mix of both. Now in the middle section, this is just purely E flat major. It also has a little bit of a different feeling, not as bluesy, more jazzy. So in fact this tune is a mix of some blues feeling and jazz feeling. And you can use that in your approach to soloing. You can use blues licks and you can use more the regular scales as you would probably do in a jazz tune. Now in the examples that are given here you'll see that in fact it is a mix of those two approaches.